stuff as receivers. We just want to make sure our timing and spacing is on point, and I feel like we really capitalize on some of those opportunities. So I feel like we got to keep that stuff going.
Terry, for you, when you're going against like Humphrey versus Kendall Fuller,
Yeah,
what does it change for you?
definitely.
Like your intensity inside.
Definitely. I think Marlon and Kendall, they both are two vet corners who are really good at what they do. They're very, really good technicians. And I think Kendall is a different style of corner than Marlon is. So it's good to go against a guy like Marlon where he's going to be a little bit more firm at the line. He's going to be a little bit more handsy, you know what I mean? And it forces you to really use your technique and be physical because you know he's going to be physical at the top of the route. He's going to be physical at the line, and he's going to try to punch the ball out. So when I'm going against him, I just want to match his physicality, but also be clean with my feet. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, he has to, when you're a receiver, they stop when you stop. You got to be efficient. So getting to work against Kendall has been great as well because he really forces you to be efficient in and out of your breaks because he's so patient. And sometimes if you're not running or you're opening up your stride, he's going to squat at the top of your route. So it really forces me to make sure I'm always selling a vertical route. So going against two veteran guys is only going to help me and the other receivers.
Did you know that about Humphrey, or did you just kind of learn that out here today? And just
Yeah.
kind of adjust as you go?
Yeah, we played the Ravens a few years ago, so studying him, I knew he was a physical corner. He could definitely run, and you know his game is really big on physicality. And the thing about me is I like to be physical as well. So it's a great battle going against a guy like that. You know, when we're going one-on-ones, I want to go against him. He wants to go against me. When we're going 7-on-7, it's the same thing. So I think it's an iron sharpening irons thing. You know, he's a Pro Bowl player, really one of the top corners in this league, and it's great work for me and the other receivers.
Terry, have you skirmish on this side? What did you see in that after that play? I think it was a pass to Cole.
Yeah. Yeah, man. At the end of the day, you just want to protect everybody that's out here. Obviously, they're trying to make plays. We want to make plays, but at the end of the day, we're going to protect our teammates, and that's what happens in camp. Sometimes things get a little physical, but you know, it didn't get too bad. So at the end of the day, you know, it's just guys competing. But at the end of the day, we want to look out for each other's careers and make sure you know we're not doing anything that's too over the line.
I know Ron and Duran were both talking about, want to make sure focusing on football and improving, like going into tomorrow. What's
Yeah.
your advice as one of the team leaders, veterans, to
Definitely.
the younger guys to avoid that stuff tomorrow?
No, definitely. I think one thing that was really impressive was offensively. I feel like our tempo was really good. It kind of really showed why we practice at the high intensity that we practice at, and I feel like we were really got to a place where we were just very efficient. But it's still the little details that are coming up for us. You know, the procedural things. EB says those are mental errors. You know what I mean? We can handle make sure the spacing's right, make sure you're running the right route, but the mental errors we got to cut back on, myself included, you know what I mean? So those are the little things I'm looking for. I'm going to try to be critical of myself and just encourage the other guys and the young guys especially, you know, focus on the film today, but tomorrow's a new day. It's a new opportunity, and the plays that you didn't make, you have an opportunity to come out there and change the narrative tomorrow. And I think you just got to have a next play mentality, and but always be in a competitive spirit, competitive mindset, because that's how the ebbs and flows of a game goes. The defense is going to make plays, you're going to make plays, and it's the team when you got to get to the end of practice, you get a little tired. That's when the team is going to have the most successful, who's going to execute and be on top of the little things.
Were there specific routes or concepts that you were happy with the timing and the spacing on?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I said, our quick game has been great. I don't want to give away too much of what we're doing, but I just think we're just really trying to be on time with the quarterback. You know what I mean? When we're getting certain looks, whether it's press man or a little off technique, we still want to be in the spot that Sam's going to expect us to be in, because this offense is really predicated on a lot of the spacing and the timing. So if we're taking too long in and out of our breaks, that's throwing off Sam. It's hurting the quarterback. It's hurting the O-line. So EB's really made an emphasis of everybody doing their job, and I feel like as receivers, making sure where we need to be there is what we need to focus on.
Have you noticed your connection with Sam take another step forward here?
You know, I definitely think it has. You know, we're still in the middle of camp, and we still got some preseason, regular season to go. But I feel like we're building a little bit of that trust where you get some one-on-one opportunity. He's going to trust me to come down and make that play. And as myself, I just want to continue to give him that trust. You know, when you're going against a great corner like Marlon Humphrey and you're backside one-on-one, you got to win those reps so he can have that confidence in you.
You've talked a lot about working with different quarterbacks. I'm wondering how much you've looked at guys like Andre Johnson, guys who've made a career of that. And that's probably not the goal, but do you kind of respect guys who've done that continuously?
I know what you're saying. Andre Johnson, D-Hop, who's still doing it at a high level. Those are two guys off the top of my head where they were consistent no matter who was throwing them the ball. And I think that mentality, it starts with their mentality. You know, I think it's them going out there controlling what they can control each and every week, and you know, making sure that their quarterback can trust them no matter who the guys out there throwing him the ball. So that's similar my mindset as well. I'm a really competitive guy, and you know, I don't want to put it on, oh, it's this quarterback, it's that quarterback's fault. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting open. I got to make sure I'm handling my business, and then when the ball comes to me, no matter where it's at, I make the play. I think that's really how you gain that confidence and start growing that connection between you and a quarterback.
I know you didn't go against him today, but
Yeah.
has Amino surprised you?
He's gotten better each and every day, honestly. You know, I've always tried to encourage him because he's a guy who really likes to learn. He's a sponge, and you know, I don't like to lose reps, so I'm gonna give it to him every time I get the opportunity. But he's a competitor as well, and I think he's really good at getting back in phase when he may be a little bit behind. He may get beat off the line. He has really great makeup speed. He's good at the catch point, so it's really forced us receivers to be good at the catch point as well, where our hands are a little higher on a deep ball because he's good at getting his hands in there and kind of throwing you off your route. So I really like what I've seen from him from a growth standpoint. You can tell he's definitely getting more confident within the system. You can tell he's learning from Kendall and being more patient and understanding route concepts. And we're going to need that. And I think one thing that's a strength of his is his ball skills. So you could definitely see he's getting his hand more on balls from interceptions and PBUs, which a defense, I know they're emphasizing that.
Thanks, Terry.
Appreciate you guys.
Terry.